Well, hello and welcome to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this episode we're talking about Black Friday deals at the big box stores. Target, Walmart, Best Buy. That's what we're talking about. It's important at Cereal at Midnight that we support and celebrate third parties, independent distributors. We're going to do that, but this is the big box stuff. And this is my stack. You guys see, this is my stack of the big box Black Friday deals. Now here's the thing, I'm recording this before Black Friday. I hope you see this. I'm timing this to go up on Black Friday. But these deals have been coming out for the days and weeks leading up to Black Friday, not on accident. Last year, 2020 and 2021, that was a deliberate decision. I talked to the manager at the Target, in my local Target in the media center. I talked to the manager there. I was like, are there more deals coming on Friday? And she's like, no. We've pretty much given out everything. Everything's out of the bag now. We just don't want people coming all at the same time on one day with a ton of people cramming into the stores. So we've been piecing them out. Best Buy did the same thing. By the way, for big box Black Friday or Black Friday deals, I think Best Buy won. $9.99 4Ks, like ton. That's what most of what you're going to see here is an upgrade for me, upgrading to the 4K format for movies that I love at like the least price that I've ever seen some of these things for. So let's just jump right into it. I don't want this to be a super long video. I bought Ghostbusters. Just in case it wasn't clear, all this stuff I've bought within the last 1 to 2 weeks. And I've kind of been stockpiling it for this video. Will there be more on actual Black Friday? We'll find out together. I bought Ghostbusters on 4K. If you saw my review of Ghostbusters Afterlife, I said it made me want to come home and watch Ghostbusters. Did I? I did. This is what I watched. And golly, is it glorious in 4K. Beautiful grain. I love grain. Independence Day, ID4. I have such nostalgia for this movie. It's not a good movie, and I'm not interested in the sequel, but this movie came out when I was a teenager, and Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, it was so much fun at the time. And so seeing them film, which is always my reason for upgrading to 4K, people say something, well, is it worth upgrading to 4K? If I can get closer to the way that movie should look on a theatrical screen, projected on film, that's what I want. So I have everything here I spent my money on. These are not promos I was sent. I spent my money on them. That's a recommendation right there, right? I bought Blade. I would love to see the other. I saw this in theaters. I think I saw this opening day in theaters, 1998. Was it 98? Had a really great time. I would love to see more Marvel movies like this, darker movies that aren't afraid to play around with some darker themes and be rated R. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't love Wonder Woman. And now I do love I love the 70s Wonder Woman. I love that. I'm connected to cheese and stuff, right? Like I really celebrate the kitschy, that's kind of our mission statement here. I don't love there's such a disconnect between the comic book source material and what Warner Brothers does with a lot of their movies, especially right now. Just a big disconnect. The characters don't look the same like they always have. And when I say always, I don't mean, like they've looked for 10 years. No, like they've looked for 80 years. 80 years, the better part of a century. And Warner Brothers is like, yeah, let's mix it up. Let's do something new. Like, well, you haven't yet done it. You haven't established the formula yet. So I don't love the Wonder Woman thing, and I haven't seen this movie yet. This is my way to see this movie without having to pay for like a streaming service or whatever. Going in cautiously optimistic. Some of you guys are going to love it. I can see the comments already. Some of you guys are like, I liked it. And some of you guys are like, don't even watch it. Just set it on fire. Here we go. So these are Blu-rays. I'm a little behind on my DC animated movies. Everything that I say about the DC feature films, I sense a disconnect between the Warner Brothers feature division and the source material. I do not sense that from the animated movies. The animated movies embrace the comics. They adapt the comics. There's so much love and like true to the source material inspiration there. So this was my opportunity to pick up Justice Society World War II. And then the two, make sure I got these in the right order. Yeah, the Long Halloween adaptation. Great story. Read it. I think the comic source material is always best, but I like that they're adapting classic stories. So I think it's already been said that at some point in the next year, this will be getting like a 4K single edition where they've tied them together into one. And also I want to say, this I did not buy this, I already had this. I pulled this to show you guys something, but people say like, well, are the animated movies worth getting on 4K? Like, they do look better on 4K. The color, the saturation, the depth, they do look better on 4K, but not so good that I'm willing to pay $20 more for them. This was $7.99. These were $5.99. I couldn't resist that. Frankly, I wish more of these animated movies were on sale. This is when I stock up on the animated movies every year. So far, this has been kind of slim. There's still some I need to pick up. Also, the CW shows, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Supergirl, all that stuff. Normally, this is when they go down to like $9.99 a piece. Haven't seen any of those deals yet so far. I'm a little worried about it because I got some gaps I need to fill. Anyway, I noticed that these build a mural, so that's why I pulled Soul of the Dragon. Look, they're building a mural. So here, well, there needs to be one more here, which is Batman Man of Tomorrow. I think that's the name of it. I don't have it. It's on its way. I bought it. It's on its way. DC Injustice, I guess that's part of it too. That'll be here. I don't know how far it goes. I don't know what it's going to say, but I'm excited about it because I like murals, and they sure do tap into that collector, the same collector mentality that's got me upgrading movies that I just wanted to already own. I already have them. I just want them in a better format, like these Batman, Dark Knight Rises. I've just been waiting for the right time to upgrade my Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy because I don't want to pay $60 for the trilogy. And so these dropped to under $10 per package, and it's exactly the same. I don't think there's anything that's in that box set that's not here. A 4K disc and 2 Blu-rays for each of these movies. So it's 9 discs, 3 4Ks, 6 Blu-rays, for under $10 each. So I was like, okay, Blu-ray, digital, and 4K. So it was time. Still need to upgrade the 90s Batman movie, the 89, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer. Still need to upgrade those. Waiting for a good price. Super 8. I will not rest until I have Super 8s in the Super 8 format. I'm just kidding. I don't have a lot to say about this. It's J.J. Abrams doing Spielberg. It's like, it is a Spielberg movie that J.J. Abrams directed. Like, I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. I was going to make a poltergeist joke. Those of you who know probably know what I was going to say. Now, why did I buy these in 4K? Because these are 2K. These come from 2K Masters that have been upscaled. I already have both of these movies on Blu-ray. I think I bought this just to satisfy my OCD because I'm such a G.I. Joe fan. I love G.I. Joe. I have the complete series on DVD, the cartoon series, the Sunbow one, the Deke. I have that one too. I have all the other shows that have come out with G.I. Joe. I have those. I'm a huge G.I. Joe comics fan. G.I. Joe is one of the comics that got me into comics in the 80s. So I have a big physical comics G.I. Joe collection, but I have digitally, because I do collect a lot of comics digitally. I read my comics digitally these days. I know some of you guys are like, what? I do. I'm digital. I love digital comics, especially on an iPad. Forget about it. It looks so good. Looks better than the printed page for sure. I have everything Larry Hama did at Marvel digitally and well into his IDW run. Like 20 volumes, like 200 something issues digitally. Love G.I. Joe. I think I just needed to have them. I needed to know that I had supported G.I. Joe in the pinnacle format that exists to send a message to, who are these? This is Paramount, right? Yeah. Because I already got Snake Eyes on 4K, right? And even though these are 2K upscales, I think I just needed to send the message that like, oh no, I love that. I want that. Like, keep G.I. Joe coming. Keep it coming. So now I can actually sell my Blu-rays, because that comes with the Blu-rays. I can sell those and help finance the collection. Last Action Hero. I love this movie. This is sort of the end of the action wave that I grew up during. Terminator movies, the Rambo movies, Van Damme, Bloodsport, all that stuff. This is kind of the end of that. Schwarzenegger certainly wasn't the same after this. This is kind of the end of the road for him for this Phase 1 action. Because Eraser is not the same. That's a different thing. End of Days, that's something else. This is kind of the end of classic action Schwarzenegger. Anyway. I got Godzilla. Now I have this on Blu-ray. I hear the 4K is a lot better. I don't love this movie, but you know what? Mini Midnight really does like this Godzilla. I'm more loyal. I'm going to show you this too. I also bought Godzilla vs. Kong, which I haven't seen yet. I'm more loyal to Showa era Godzilla, and you don't have to choose. You don't have to. But I like campy. I like kitschy. I like weird, offbeat. I like the guys in the rubber suits. The Japanese Godzilla vs. Kong, where it's the two guys just like battling each other. Like, I love that stuff. I'm less interested in this, but I'm a family man. And Bree's more interested in this stuff, and Mini Midnight is more interested in this stuff. Mini Midnight really likes this Godzilla movie. So we are doing this, and again, with these prices, it was just the time. Less investment than ever before. Shawshank Redemption, great movie. It's one of those movies that's so good and it's so praised. Like, how many years was this at the top of the IMDb greatest movies of all time? I don't think it's the greatest movie of all time. It's not even in my top 50 probably. I would be going with like stuff from the 70s or the 80s or the 30s or whatever. But it is a really good movie. It's really good. It's one of those movies that is so overpraised. I don't really have anything to say about it. But I really like it. It's wonderfully acted. Clancy Brown, man. I would do my Morgan Freeman impression, but my voice is too shot. I've recorded multiple videos and I'm losing my voice. So, Snatch. Saw this in theaters opening weekend. Love Guy Ritchie. So interesting, coming off of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, which is where I discovered Guy Ritchie, but it's like where everybody discovered Guy Ritchie. This was like the fulfillment of all the promise that I saw in him in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, because he's got access to major Hollywood talent, but he still has the roots in the British crime scene and everything. It's the same kind of thing, but with a bigger budget and with bigger stars. And then I don't think we ever, for all the, like, I love Aladdin. I love Guy Ritchie's Aladdin. I was surprised at how much, there's a review. There's a 5-minute review where I come in from the theater and I'm just like, whoa. But I don't know that it ever got better for me than Snatch. This is such a great movie. And last but not least, I had a very public struggle with these movies. We're talking about Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I have not seen this. I have seen this. Everything that I said about the DC movies having a disconnect from the comic book source material, they're typified by this. And Man of Steel, and it's not that I don't like them. It's that I have struggled with them. So I'll tell you guys, we're going to be talking about these on the channel. I'm going to go through I'm going to do like a small series of videos about my struggle with those and revisit them and try to give them a blue sky, which is ironic because there's not a lot of blue skies in those movies. I'm going to give them just the optimistic, like, try to just go in as open as I can and re-experience the entire trilogy, maybe even all of the modern DC movies, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, all that. Just try to do it all in one short frame of time and bring you guys with me and see how it goes. But that was something I specifically wanted to do, like, for the channel, because I've been very vocal about some of my thoughts on that stuff. And I'm like, let me test it. Let me put myself to the test. I think it's important to revisit things from time to time and see if you still feel that way, or if you just burrow down in an opinion and you just like fight everybody that gets close to you. I don't want to do that. I want to give things second chances, third chances. Well, we'll see what happens. But that's I got some games too. Crazy deals on games, like $20 games I've finally picked up. I've been waiting on this one to hit a good price. Loved these games in the early aughts. Soundtracks, man, they were so much fun. Got the Crash Bandicoot 3-pack. Crash Bandicoot. I got the Spyro 3-pack. Again, these are all my generation of games. I was an 80s kid, so I was in college when a lot of stuff was coming out. But it was my generation. And then Zelda, Link's Awakening. Nintendo games do not often get good discounts. And it's like $20 off right now. And I think that's about as good as it's ever going to get for a Nintendo, a first-party Nintendo title. Guys, what are you finding? Hopefully, this will be a good thread for us to talk about. This will go up on Black Friday. If we see deals, shout them out in the comments below so other people see them too. I try to do deal alerts when I see things, but I'm calling upon the community. Shout them out in the comments. Let's share the deals so everybody sees what's happening and doesn't miss out on things. So guys, thank you so much. Take care. Until next time, here's where to go and what to do.